From Zakham to Shifa, the art of letting go, finding freedom in Tawakkul. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful souls, and welcome back to From Zakham to Shifa, our sanctuary where control meets surrender, where anxiety transforms into trust, and where the tightest grip learns to open into the most beautiful release. I am your sister on this journey of healing, and today we are going to talk about something that might feel counterintuitive in a world that tells us to take control of our lives. We are talking about the art of letting go, not as giving up, but as the most profound act of faith we can practice. The Arabic word is tawakkul, and it's not just trust, it's active trust. It's not passive resignation, it's engaged surrender. It's the difference between throwing your hands up in defeat and placing them gently in Allah's hands with complete confidence that He knows what He is doing. Dear friends, if you have ever felt like you are carrying the weight of outcomes that were never yours to control, this conversation is for you. The illusion of control. Let me tell you about a sister I know who planned everything. Every detail of her life was mapped out, her career trajectory, her marriage timeline, even the exact age she wanted to have children. She had spreadsheets of her goals and backup plans for her backup plans. And then life happened. The job she had worked towards for years was given to someone else. The relationship she thought was leading into marriage ended abruptly. The timeline she had created crumbled like sand through her fingers. She came to me one day exhausted from trying to force puzzle pieces that simply did not fit. "I do not understand," she said. "I did everything right. I planned everything perfectly. Why is it not working?" In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah tells us, "But perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you." What if the things that feel like failures are actually redirections? What if the doors that slam shut are protecting us from paths that would have led us away from our true purpose? Anxiety often comes from this illusion that we can control outcomes. We think if we just worry enough, plan enough, try hard enough, we can guarantee the results we want. But anxiety is really just prayer to the wrong God, the God of our own limited understanding. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us, tie your camel and trust in Allah. We do our part, we make our effort, but we release our attachment to specific outcomes because we trust that Allah's plan is better than anything we could imagine for ourselves. What tawakkul really means. Tawakkul is not sitting in your room waiting for miracles to fall from the sky. It is not avoiding responsibility or effort. True tawakkul is taking actions while holding outcomes lightly. Think of a farmer. He prepares the soil, he plants the seeds, waters them, protects them from pests, but he cannot make them grow. He cannot control the rain or the sun. He does his part with excellence and then trusts Allah for their growth. I remember my own journey with this. I used to lie awake at night, mind racing with what-if scenarios. What if this doesn't work out? What if I make the wrong choice? What if? One night, during the particularly anxious spiral, I made dua. Ya Allah, I am so tired of carrying things that aren't mine to carry. And in that moment, I heard, not with my ears, but with my heart, a gentle response. Then put them down. He is sufficient, not your planning, not your worrying. not your desperate attempts to control every variable. He is sufficient. This does not mean we become passive. It means we become purposeful without being attached. We work with intention, but rest and surrender. The practice of sacred surrender. So how do we practice this? How do we move from anxiety to tawakkul? First, we start with our dua. Instead of just asking Allah for what we want, we ask Him for what's best for us. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us Salat al-Istikhara, the prayer for guidance, where we literally say, if this matter is good for my religion, my livelihood, and my affairs, then decree it for me and make it easy for me. We are asking Allah to want for us what He wants for us. Second, we practice gratitude for what's already unfolding. When we look at our lives and see how perfectly things have aligned, even the difficult things that led to growth, we start to trust His orchestration of our future. Third, we learn to hold our plans lightly. Make your plans, set your goals, take your action. But hold them lightly like you're holding a butterfly. Tight enough that it doesn't fly away, yet loose enough that you don't crush its wings. When letting go feels like losing, but let's be honest, sometimes letting go feels like losing. Sometimes surrender feels like giving up on our dreams. I want to tell you about a sister from Pakistan who struggled with infertility for years. She tried everything: medical treatments, dietary changes, countless du'as. For a long time in her married life, she prepared for becoming a mother, and every month that passed without pregnancy, she felt like another door closing. One day, exhausted from the struggle, she made a different kind of dua. Ya Allah, I want to be a mother so badly, but if motherhood is not in my path, help me find peace with that. A few months later, tragically, her sister passed away, leaving behind 3 young children. This sister and her husband became their guardians, and she realized that Allah had been preparing her heart for a different kind of motherhood, one that these children desperately needed. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care about outcomes. It means you care more about your efforts and your growth than you do about getting your way. The freedom in surrender. When we truly practice tawakkul, something miraculous happens. The anxiety that comes from trying to control everything begins to dissolve. We sleep better. We breathe deeper. We show up more fully to our lives because we are not constantly worried about managing outcomes. We become like water, flexible, powerful, always finding a way, but never fighting the container that holds us. So today, beautiful souls, I invite you to practice the art of letting go. Make your dua, take your actions, and then place your hands palm up in surrender, saying, Ya Allah, I've done my part. Now trust you with the rest. Your anxiety is not a sign of weak faith. It is a sign that you are trying to carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. Put them down. Allah is sufficient. This is From Zakham to Shifa. Until we meet again, may your grip soften and your trust deepen, knowing that Allah's plan for you is more beautiful than anything you could plan for yourself. Barakallahu fi, and assalamu alaikum.